Hey guys, we're going to be showing you the books that we got from the library bookstore. So first of all, my daughter wants to help tell you about the book she picked. So tell us the name of the first book.
The rainbow fish.
And why'd you pick this one?
Because I like the color of the scales he has.
Yeah, and you've read this before, right?
Yes.
Okay, and let's show them how much it cost. Oh, so this one was part of this bin they have at this library bookshop where you can get as many books as you want for $4. So this one was part of that. All right, let's show them the next one, which I think is part of that same deal. Oops, show the front of it. What's it called?
The Tooth Fairy Legend.
And why'd you pick this one?
Because it's the cover looks interesting.
Okay, do you want to open it a little bit and show a couple of pages?
I didn't read it
I
yet.
know. You just show them what it looks like. And so this was part of that same $4 for as many as you want.
It's like a fairy tale, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Very nice. All right, next. What's this one called?
Do princesses wear hiking boots?
And why'd you pick this one?
Because it looked funny.
Okay, let's show them a couple of pictures.
I don't think I've read like any of these except
Yeah, I
for
know, we just got them.
one of them.
Yeah, rainbow fish.
And the other one.
Yeah.
The good one. It's just like about about people wearing hiking boots, I guess.
Okay. Very nice. Next.
Cinderella and the Three Wishes.
And why'd you pick this one?
Because I thought it would be interesting.
Yeah. Okay, show a couple pages, although it's Disney, so people are probably familiar with it.
Yeah. I've heard it on Disney.
Yeah.
That looks like Ariel kind of.
Yeah.
It's her stepsister.
Yeah.
And they're evil.
Okay, next.
This one's my favorite, and I have read it, and it's a smelling book.
Yeah.
And you scratch all the stickers, and it smells really good.
Nice.
My favorite one that smells is that one.
Oh, mints. What does it smell like?
Mint.
Very nice. Okay, next.
And the lemon really smells like lemon.
Yeah. I picked this one out. So this book, are you familiar with Coco? You don't have to be.
I drink it.
No, this Coco. So this Coco's a gorilla, and she had a kitten, and she also learned how to do sign language. So I really wanted to get this book because I saw that it was in the basket, so I picked it for you.
I know Lucy,
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
she fell off a huge tree, like 10 foot, and when she was trying to get food, and it's really interesting. There's a movie on it on something.
And Lucy, you're talking about the one that they found in, I think, Africa, Australopithecus?
Yeah,
Right?
she
Yeah.
fell off a tree trying to get fruit.
Yeah, and then that's how they believe that she, became deceased. And then they found her fossil later.
Yes.
We saw a recreation of that in a science museum.
And deceased means dead.
Yeah, they know. All right. Next, hold on. Let's do this one in a sec because I think this is the last one from the $4 bin. Right? Yeah. Okay. So tell us the name of this one and why you picked it.
Desserts.
Desert desserts.
I said that.
Do you know how you could tell the difference between desert and desserts?
No.
So with desserts, there's two S's because you always want to go back for seconds. Wasn't that funny? I learned that in second grade, actually. I did. Okay, so why'd you pick this one? Because it's about desserts?
Yeah, I like books with like food, like they talk about food, like because it's interesting how they like make it and play with it and stuff.
Yeah. Okay, we don't want to show the whole book. All right. Very nice. Okay. So these are books that I picked. This one I picked because I've heard of it before, The Legend of Indian Paintbrush, and I wanted to get it for our homeschool, and also it's a Tommy D. Paola book. So that was another reason why I wanted to get that. And they usually have these at libraries and things.
We have another one called, it's called The Blue Doll or something.
Oh, Bluebonnet.
Yeah,
The Legend of Bluebonnet. Yeah, so I think this is part of that series of books he did, and this one was $2.
I bet they also, in The Blue Bonnet, they have to burn her. She burns her thing so that flowers grow everywhere. And to sacrifice for the gods and stuff, so I bet he burns his paintbrush.
Oh yeah, that's a good guess. All right, and then this one I also picked out, and it's called Carl's Masquerade. And can you guess why I got this?
Because it's a Carl book.
Because it's a Carl book, that's why I got it. And if you're not familiar, Carl books were a big thing in the 80s when I was a kid, and so I like to collect them. And we have, I don't know how many there are, but
We have like 10.
Yeah, because I got these also when my middle son was younger, because he really liked them, and now my toddler son really likes dogs, so I thought he'd like these. And a lot of our other Carl books are missing pages from when my middle son was a baby. So anyway, if you're not familiar with Carl books, the basic premise is Carl the Rottweiler is the babysitter, and the parents leave the baby with the dog, and they're like, "Be good, Carl," and then all of this mischief happens, and then at the end of the book, the dog and the baby always manage to make it home before the parents, and so then the last line is always, "Good dog, Carl." So very darling. Okay. All right, next. So this one I'm pretty sure has been an assigned book in a couple of different Charlotte Mason circles, or maybe not, maybe only one, but I haven't had it before. It's kind of hard to, a lot of these books are kind of hard to get because they're no longer in print, so you have to look on thrift books or eBay or what have you. So I thought I would snatch this one while I had a chance. And by the way, this library bookshop has tons of picture books, so very nice. All right, let's move on. And this one was $3, and Carl was, in case anyone's interested, $3. And normally I wouldn't want to pay that much, but I only did because they're harder to find. If it was, for example, they had a Blueberries for Sal book that was made in the 70s for $4, so I passed on that. This one is Fun Facts, Ripley's Believe It or Not, Kids and Silly Stories, and he actually read this one on the way home because, as you can see, it's very short. So he really likes learning information about different things, as well as the format of these books. So that is the Ripley's book, and it was, I think, $2. Okay, and next we have 1001 Questions and Answers about absolutely everything. This is Discovery Kids, and this one is a similar situation. I picked this one up for him. He actually said he already has one that's at 1011
This
pictures.
is Queen Elizabeth.
Yes, that's Queen Elizabeth. So as you can see, there's a lot of different topics. Let's go ahead and jump to the table of contents. That might be helpful. And one thing I wanted to add in this video is the point of these is really not to influence you guys to buy stuff. It's really to kind of show you what my thought process is in selecting materials. So I showed you kind of what my daughter's thoughts were and what my son's thoughts were, what my thoughts were in choosing for him. And then in a minute, I'm going to show you a couple books that I got for myself and what my thought processes were with that. So I would encourage you, for example, if there were books that you read as a child that you have really fond memories of, like I have with the Carl books, to look for those books, whatever those may be. Or if there are stories that you want your children to read that you did not read, or book film adaptations or things like that, that's really the point. And also, like with these books in particular, you can see it's a different type of format. And so I'm really interested in finding books that speak to whichever particular child that it's for, rather than, let's say, getting, really dense print books. So we have solar system, stars and galaxies, countries of the world, religion and culture, history, elements and substances, forces and energy, life on the land, life in the water and the air, plants, ecosystems, planet Earth, the Earth's changing face, the human body. So it looks like this is mostly science with some social studies type of stuff, but this is free reading. So it looks like a textbook, but the point was just something like if we're in the car, or let's say we're at a baseball game, it's a long day, or driving back from a tournament, or we're home and we're not going to be going anywhere that day because it's a rest day. Like that's kind of the thought process here. I will also say that I have found with both of my two older sons that they really like this type of format where there's a lot of pictures with information. My older son did a lot of war, like World War II, World War I, Civil War type picture encyclopedia things. And this son is currently interested in like space and topics like that. And this book was $4, which I think it's worth $4 because it's very thick. Okay. Next, I found Little Bear, and I don't know what the second word is. I have to ask my husband, but this is like the word for bear in Russian, the formal word. And this is the author's name. This is the illustrator's name. And this is called I Can Read. Pretty sure. I might be wrong. I can read it, but I got this one because I'm going to be trying to teach Russian to my kids. And also it's harder to find Russian library books. And we love Little Bear. So I thought that that would be a great book either for my husband to read my kids or our kids, or for us to try and learn to translate into English and reading. Okay. Then next we have the Borrower's Omnibus. I'm pretty sure the borrowers are often assigned in Charlotte Mason programs. And so I saw this one, which has all 4 of these titles. So I thought that would be a good deal. Let's see if I can find the table of contents quickly. No, there's none. So anyway, I thought that would be a cost-effective way to grab this one, and this was only $3. So as you can see, this is the same price as the Carl book, which kind of doesn't make any sense, but I've noticed at this particular library shop, they price stuff based on what they think the demand's going to be. So a lot of older books are very inexpensive, or you can even buy them by the box full. So next, we have Five Little Peppers. Again, this is a very common Charlotte Mason title, and I got this one because we got a set of these, what are they called? Famous children's books, and my daughter, who's 8, really likes reading them. Look, this was 30 cents. Can you imagine? Junior deluxe editions. I don't know if this is a... what's the word? Abridged version. I think it's a full version, even though it says Junior Deluxe. But as you can see, it has these darling full color illustrations on some of the pages do, and then you've just got the pen. But anyway, she really likes these, so I got this for her, and this was also $3. So that's going to be for her to read during her free reading time. The next book I got, this one is from the 60s. They had a lot of antiquarian collectible books today, which is not usual for this location. And also it's harder to find those books because a lot of people are buying them just to resell on eBay. So that's a bummer. But this is The Jungle by Upton Sinclair. And it has, if you're not familiar with Upton Sinclair, he was a writer, I believe, at the early 20th century, maybe late 19th. Oh yeah. Okay. 1904. And he wrote, I'm pretty sure he wrote like, I'm not sure what the right word is, but like historical fiction. So this particular book was about the meatpacking industry and some of the corruption and unsanitary practices that were taking place. This book follows an immigrant family from an Eastern European country and talks about the bad things that happen to them, how their family essentially becomes destroyed. And so this book has some special meaning in our family, and that's why I bought it. And I also thought it was really interesting how the cloth cover had these bricks on it, like to signify the factory. So another book that he wrote, if you're interested in this sort of American historical fiction, is Oil. And that book was sort of the basis for the movie There Will Be Blood, which was a very celebrated Oscar-winning film back in the mid 2000s, like 2007, 2008, I think. But very dark. I guess I should have led with that storyline. So anyway, And then another antiquarian book I got, which is very exciting to me, is this is David Copperfield, and this edition is like in pristine condition. And from my very limited knowledge, I believe you can see that there's a little bit of a discoloration on the spine, which to me indicates that this book has been on a shelf, not being touched. Very Gatsby-esque, excuse me. And you've got pristine inner cover. And it was actually next to two other titles, which I showed restraint and did not purchase. These are Charles Dickens, and here is a full color illustration. And I believe this is from 1937. So it's very difficult, if not impossible, for me to pass over a book from 1937 in this excellent of condition. And also, this book is one that my junior read this year, actually maybe last year, I'm not sure. And so I was thinking that it might be nice. Oh, and look, some of the pages aren't even separated, so it is like literally Gatsby-esque. If you're not familiar with that, it's a reference from The Great Gatsby. He has this amazing library, and he's having a party at his house, and some of his guests, including Nick Carraway and Owl Eyes, discover that these books haven't even been opened. And so, spoiler alert ahead, basically Gatsby is a big scam artist, and he actually didn't go to college and achieve all of these things. He just persuaded everyone that he was big and important. Anyway, I'm just looking at these illustrations because they're beautiful. And I think that this is assigned in the British literature from Oak Meadow, although I think we also may have done the Memoria Press student guide. But anyway, I just cannot believe how great of condition this is in. I am so grateful for this. It's very exciting. This is cloth. I don't know if you can tell. Just so beautiful. And again, this is kind of pricey, $8, but I mean, it's almost a 100-year-old book. So that is that. And the rest of the books I got are not old. This one I checked out from the library. It's a very common thread in several of the books I've been looking at lately. Just kind of something I'm interested in. And I checked it out from the library, but I never have enough time to read it because I have so many different things going on. So, this is the basic premise, and I'm reading a couple of different ones, so I'm not sure which ones of these say what, but like one of them talks about, actually, I just won't even go into it because I don't remember which is which. But anyway, that's that book. And this one was also $5, which is pricey. But if you figure the cost of getting a book from, let's say, Thrift Books, plus the amount of gas and all these different things that would be involved in getting it to me, it's probably a good price. Hopefully that makes sense, what I just said. But anyway, and then these last two books I got for my oldest, who is currently interested in pursuing medical school. She is a junior in high school, so that could change. But she really likes these kinds of books. She read one about like a heart surgeon. She read one about different things that a surgeon learned during surgery. And she really likes that, whatever you would call that genre. So I got these for her. Not that she has time to read them right now. She's preparing for the SAT and 2 AP tests, but maybe during the summer, maybe that will be her summer reading junior year. And when my husband and I were preparing to go to law school, we really liked not necessarily reading books. I think we did read a couple, but we also watched films like Paper Chase and 1L. So I can understand where she's coming from. But anyway, that is all the books we got. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing about them and why I picked what I picked, why my kids picked what they picked. And if you liked this video, you should definitely subscribe because this is basically my genre is book vlogs, I guess you'd call them. So thanks for watching and see you next time.